Okay, back in the summer, I made a trip to a mall, a fairly large mall, actually a very large mall, and one of the reasons I went there was to go to Art of Shaving. And while I was at Art of Shaving, I noticed something rather surprising. I saw boxes that looked like this. Yes, Penhaligons. I found an Art of Shaving store locally that carries Penhaligons. And I was very surprised, and I was told that there are a handful of locations that Penhaligon sells at, in addition to online. And I'm not sure if they actually have physical store locations or not, but and this happens to be one of them. And they had probably 5 different ones, so you never know what you're going to find. Anyways, this is Douro by Penhaligons, and I love how they package. This is a great design, and there it is. And I will zoom in so you can see that much better. And also the caps are always so nice. They have the bow around there, and I will take that off as best as I can so you can see that it is a spray only. And let's see if I can get that in here. Okay. Sorry. There we go. And so let's talk about what this is like. If you have smelled some other Penhaligons, you'll recognize something similar here. There is a fresh spray, starchy, linen-y quality to this that is beautiful. And basil combined with, I believe, some florals and some other darker notes. And it reminds me of something else. Believe it or not, it reminds me of something that I created, and we will talk more about that. But let me get the note breakdown and we will go through it. Okay, here we go. I am looking on Fragrantica, and I think it's interesting. I am seeing on the photo posted on Fragrantica for this fragrance is a different photo. It has a red, blue, and cream color label. Actually yellow on the label, but the bow is red, white, and blue. So that's interesting. I guess they have changed this. I don't know a lot about Penhaligons, but what I do know, I do like so far. Just bringing this up on Fragrantica, it's just amazing to see how many fragrances they have. Let's go through a little information here. Females under 25. I'm trying to see now. Very few ratings. Couple of loves. Females, excuse me, above 25. We got some loves and a bunch of likes. Males below 25 like, and we've got lots of opinions of men 25 and older. More loves and likes than the rest, but there is a spectrum. Okay, so let's take a look at the notes, or let's look at let's look at the description. It's an aromatic fragrance for men. Douro was launched in 2004. The nose behind the fragrance is Michael Pichthal. Top notes are lime, lavender, mandarin, orange, basil, geranium, and lemon. Let's go through that again. Lime, lavender, mandarin, orange, basil, geranium, and lemon. What I get out of the top notes of this are, I get basil for sure, some lime, and I get that spray starchy note that is also in, which one do you think? Santorial. And they're saying here the middle notes are neroli, lily of the valley, and base notes are labdanum, musk, oak moss, and sandalwood. I believe all of those notes are detectable to some degree. And there's a nice balance between the fruity, citrusy, the basil, the floral, and the woods, the musk, labdanum, and so forth. Very nice balance. It reminds me of one of the 2 new fragrances that I have created, and I will be sharing probably in another video coming up. And so I'm not going to go through people's opinions about this, but in my opinion, this is a gorgeous fragrance. It is great for warm weather, and I would highly recommend you checking this out if you have not. If you like Santorial, you might like this. Or if Santorial was a bit too chemically, or a bit too much of the fresh linens and spray starch, then this is a little bit like that, but it has some other notes that you might like that kind of maybe liven it up a bit. The basil especially. It's so fresh and so nice. However, I will say that I haven't yet received any compliments on this, and I'm not sure why. As far as projection and longevity, it probably doesn't have the greatest projection, and probably not the longest longevity. So that might be some of the issues. But anyway, nonetheless, this is one that I have been using a lot. I used more in the warmer weather, and I'm using less so now that it is the end of November. Okay, well, tell me what you think. If you've tried this, do you like it? Do you like this less or more than the other fragrances by this house? And also, do you like this better than Santorial, or do you like it more? Well, that doesn't make sense. Do you like it better, or do you like it less? So, take a look at it. So far, we have looked at 2 interesting fragrances, Brooks Brothers 1818 and Douro by Penhaligons. 2 purchases I've made since I spoke to you about 7 months ago. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so here we go. You probably know this. This is Fahrenheit by Christian Dior. An oldie but a goodie, and a repurchase for me. I had a bottle last winter. I ran out of it, and I think I might have had another bottle in the summer and just used it lightly. I can't remember. But it's winter again, and I have another bottle. And the reason I'm including this is because this is a consistent favorite for me. I really like this, and I think, I can't remember if I've had compliments on this one yet or not, but I'm going to try to wear this more and see if I can get a compliment or some kind of comment. But I had to mention this because I did purchase this again, and I may do a winter countdown and favorite fragrances and sorting. This will certainly be in it if I do. This is just phenomenal for winter. It smells like fuel and bergamot and leather. It's just incredibly beautiful. And women love this. Actually, I had my mother smell this just, my parents visited for Thanksgiving, and my mother liked this a lot. She actually said, "Oh, wow, it smells really nice." What did she say? She said it smelled a bit like Old Spice, but it doesn't smell like Old Spice. But I guess I can see how, well, we're talking about people who aren't really into fragrances the way that you as viewers would be, or me. But it is an older fragrance. I believe came out in the 1980s, and so it doesn't have some of the vibe of some of the current fragrances that are out there. But I want to say, if you have never tried Fahrenheit, you've got to try it. You've just got to try it, because the best thing is the ladies love it. You can't pass that up. Next fragrance coming up.